Welcome to Uptime.com and to our single sign-on tutorial. In this video, we will be configuring login via SSO with an identity provider using SAML 2.0. Before we begin, you will need admin access to both your Uptime account as well as your chosen identity provider. Today, we will be using Azure Active Directory as our identity provider, but the general process will be similar to other identity providers. To begin, within the Uptime UI, select the Settings option, then SSO. Here, you will be able to see the values that Uptime.com provides to be used to register within your identity provider. The values needed for this first step are the Entity ID, or the Audience URI, and the ACS, which stands for Assertion Control Service, or more generally, the Consumer URL. Next, log into Azure Active Directory, and by selecting Enterprise Applications, then your created application, then select the Setup Single Sign-On option, then the SAML option. You will be presented with the SAML settings. On this page, this is where you will enter the details found on Step 1 in the Uptime UI. You have the option of either downloading the metadata file and uploading to Azure, or you can manually enter the values of the required fields shown, which are the Entity ID and the ACS URL. On Azure, you are able to upload the downloaded metadata file from Uptime. If you want to enter the values, you will need to select Edit. For the Entity ID, select Add Identifier and copy and paste the value from Uptime into Azure Active Directory. For the ACS URL, select Add Reply URL and copy and paste the value from Uptime into Azure Active Directory. Once both have been copied successfully, click Save. Next, select Edit in order to change the claim rules for Uptime.com. You will need to select the Required Claims section to be able to change the value. On this page, select the Source Attribute drop-down and change to user.mail. Press Save once completed. The process will need to be repeated for the additional claims. Select the first additional claim, and here, change the claim titled email address to email. Next, select the second additional claim and change the claim titled given name to first name. Then, select the third additional claim and change the claim name titled name to name ID. After, change the source attribute to user.mail. And lastly, change the claim titled surname to last name. Now, you will need to copy and paste values from Azure Active Directory to Uptime's SSO settings page. Download the Identity Provider certificate and paste into Uptime. Next, copy the Identity Provider's SSO target URL and the Entity ID, pasting both into Uptime. Also to note, you will need to select the checkbox which is required for Azure and then press Save Settings. Before testing, make sure you are the owner and assigned as a user to run the application. Once you are ready, proceed to test the application. Alternatively, if you want to log in with just your SAML username on Uptime.com rather than using your identity provider, that is also possible. First, navigate to a fresh Uptime.com login page. You will need to enter your Uptime.com credentials in order to set up a handshake process to connect both your Uptime account and identity provider. Once logged in, this will confirm that the Uptime account and the identity provider have both been authenticated. If you logged out of your account, on the login screen, just enter your SAML username from your identity provider and you will be able to log in back to your Uptime account. There is also another option to test the SSO implementation, which is the Wait Plus URL provided by Uptime.com. This is the fastest method to test, but it is optional. You have now successfully configured SAML sign-on with Uptime.com. For more information, please reach out to us at support@uptime.com.